and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit asiaretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seeding Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. From the heart of Lincoln, America, this is What's Next 24. With the authors of Next 24, Michael Worrell and Sherry Tills.
All right, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome in to What's Next 24. Hair Starts on the ones and twos as always. We got the host, Mike and Sherry, to my left. If you guys want to join in, start him a text line, 402-464-5685. If you want to put your face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. You can do that. We'll have shows going all Sunday long. Appreciate you guys tuning in. But with that being said, we'll throw it over to the host, Mike and Sherry, and I'll let those guys bring in the guests for today as well.
All right. Well, welcome to What's Next on 93.7 The Ticket FM. This show is where we share real-life stories of life's journeys filled with hope, motivation, and determination to overcome challenges. We spotlight incredible talents and dreams and successes to inspire you and along your life's journey. Each episode, we bring you uplifting stories and practical lessons that we hope will make a positive impact on your life. Whether you're navigating personal challenges, striving for professional success, or simply seeking inspiration. With that, Sherry, I'll turn it over to you to introduce our special guest.
Once again, and we say this every Sunday, but we are super excited about our special guest today. We're going to zoom him in this morning, but welcome to What's Next on 93.7. We have an extraordinary guest who exemplifies resilience, talent, and dedication. Joining us is the legendary former NBA star Erick Strickland. Erick's journey began in Bellevue, Nebraska, which is kind of near and dear to my heart, where he grew up and showcased his exceptional talent as a multi-sport athlete. His versatility and his prowess on the field and the basketball court earned him recognition and admiration, setting the stage for a remarkable career in professional basketball. At Bellevue West High School, though, Erick was an all-state player in football, basketball, and baseball, demonstrating his incredible athletic abilities from a young age. He then continued his basketball career at the University of Nebraska here in Lincoln, where he played under the guidance of the incredible coach Danny Nee. Erick's time in Nebraska was marked by impressive achievements, including being named Big 8 Freshman of the Year in 1993 and the NIT Most Valuable Player in 1996. You guys, those are big accomplishments. After a stellar college career, Erick went on to play for several NBA teams, including the Dallas Mavericks, the New York Knicks, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Known for his outstanding skills as a point guard and shooting guard, Erick became a two-time NIT champion and MVP, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. But Erick's story doesn't end on the basketball court. With the same passion and determination that drove his athletic career, Erick has transitioned into a new role as a radio host right here on 93.7 The Ticket FM in Lincoln. He co-hosts the popular show We Talk Facts, where he shares his insights, experiences, and love for the game. Today, we're thrilled to have Erick with us to share his inspiring journey, the challenges he's overcome, and the dreams that have fueled his success. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance, hard work, and the pursuit of excellence. Erick, welcome. We're so excited to have you on the show.
Good morning,
today.
Erick.
Yeah, what's next? What's next? Thank you guys for having me this morning. We talked about this moment, and now it's come to its head, and so I thank you guys for inviting me here. Normally, I got to be honest, I would be asleep, but I do have another engagement today, so it worked out perfectly.
Oh,
I
no,
got
that's awesome.
good coffee.
Time. Well, we'll make sure to mark it on time to when you need to go. Erick, we're so glad you're here. We get to meet you and got to know you a little bit and all the things you should do. We'd like to. Can we start from the beginning? Would you tell us about your background, where you grew up, and how you ended up in Bellevue?
Oh, it's kind of a long little journey. My father's a military officer and who actually retired. I want to say, I think he retired and then went into civil service, going into the NSA and doing some stuff in Fort Meade. So although he was a military, lieutenant colonel in retirement, the civil side of it, I think, is uniquely different. You can't tell me. You know those stories when they tell you, if I told you what I did, I'd have to murk you. That's the stuff. So I leave that to Dad. I don't ask questions about that. Some old Mission Impossible stuff they got going on over there. But I started in Alabama. I was up until six. I was 6. My mother and father had me. They were separated early. Then they got married and almost got remarried throughout that tenure. But at the time, they were separate. And I was in Alabama, which is Opelika, Alabama. If you're familiar with the universities, you would know Auburn University, which is so they're literally, those cities are like tied together at the hip. And so things happen as a young man in school and that separation. So my mother ends up calling my dad and having a really, really good discussion about making sure I come up there to get under his tutelage because I was an unruly little guy.
No, not you.
So
brothers and sisters.
It was a little feisty. I do. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh wow! And where do you fall? Where do you fall on that?
I'm the oldest. I'm the
you're
oldest of
the
the whole of the flock. Yeah. So I that's how I ended up getting up to Great Falls, Montana, where my dad was stationed there, which led me to Vandenberg Air Force Base, which is in Lompoc, California. Lompoc's just north of Santa Barbara, and then after that, voila, we ended up in Offutt Air Force Base, probably around 80. I want to say 87, the middle of the year, right before Christmas. In 87, I was in the middle of 7th grade, and that's where it all started at Mission Junior High, right there in Bellevue.
Wow.
Well, I see. A lot of people don't probably realize that you played 3 sports in high school.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Who influenced you? How did the involvement in 3 sports begin?
No, it's crazy. My father was a good athlete, and obviously, with having me at such a young age, just as he's going into college, it took away a lot of that aspiration because he stepped up to be a father, and I appreciated that. That was a beautiful sacrifice, one in which I'd have to do the same thing with my son, sometime later. So, which we may get to that part of it if we get into the middle parts of my life. But no, there really was an influence. I just was a little kid in the neighborhood I could run, and I was shifty and I was just super athletically gifted, and I knew it. I mean, I knew it as a young kid, and I just wanted to be the best at everything that I did, and it caused me to strive for excellence. Now, I'll say I was glad that I played all those sports. You know what I'm saying, Mike and Sherry? I really was, because I didn't have any major injuries while I was playing in college or the NBA, all those years that I played, even in baseball. Nothing major. Injuries, yes.
Wow.
But nothing major. And I think a lot of that was because of the playing multiple sports. You don't ever wear out all of your any particular body part. You're not overwearing it. So you're using different part, which strengthens different areas of your body. And I think that's what helped me to be able to play with longevity without major injury.
And a lot of versatility, because you're using different muscles for different sports.
Exactly.
And you're not just wearing on one constant, especially as you're growing up, as a young person growing up. I mean, you don't understand. You still have growth plates that are trying to connect, and you probably did it the best way anybody could have done it.
Yeah, I mean, and then a lot of people don't know, like, I wrestled. I actually in 8th grade, I wrestled too, and learned a lot out of that. Every sport, I always felt it was something that I can apply to what I did.
Here's what I
strategically.
Find, Eric,
and I did track too. Yeah, I did track.
Wow. This is what
I still have some records admission. Yeah.
This I did not know about you as I read on this, and we'll dig more into it. I love it that you had that early mindset that you just knew it. I wanted to say this to you. I did not know that you earned Omaha World Herald All-State Wide Receiver honors in football.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. So when you're playing all these sports and you're doing these things, I'm really curious. After high school, how did you decide? Did you get recruited for football?
I did. Love Tom Osborne. Even to this day. He was a hard man to turn down. I think because of the way things worked out in football. I probably would have been more so like a linebacker or a safety. I was really good there, but I was also really good as a wide receiver. But I don't think that's where I would have played if I would have went to another level with the sport.
Well, share that moment. You're so young, and you're in there at high school, and you're doing great in all these sports. How did you decide on making the move to basketball in the next level?
All right. So, like I said, we couldn't play as freshmen, but I could have played. I could have played varsity as a freshman. I was like 180 pounds as a freshman, 90 pounds. I could have played, but we didn't have the school setups the way that they are now. So when I played football, my sophomore and junior year, I was all state, and then I had like a little shoulder impingement in an AC joint, slight separation in my left shoulder, and it would cause my shoulder or my left side at times, if I hit somebody, to go really limp. So I started thinking about that, and I was a weird kid, you guys. I was weird in what you may think of a situation, and here's why. I was reading collective bargaining agreements. So in high school, I was looking at the NFL, how their situation worked out. Looked at the top guys and what they would get and what their bonuses would be, so forth and so on. And then I looked at basketball, looked at the guaranteed nature of a contract. So that means if you sign a contract, that's yours throughout the tenure of it. Baseball is the same, really good. But then I looked at, dang, it could be 6 years to get to the MLB. It could be 8 years. You just don't know. You can end up going through the farm system for quite a long time. So I felt that once I was in football, I had that shoulder injury. I said, and I looked at their agreement where your contracts are not your own. You can sign a bonus, but if you play you have a 4-year contract for $60 million, only the bonus is really yours. Like, they can cut you at any time, and the rest of that money is a poof, like the Magic Dragon. So that's why I said no. Then I was playing basketball, all-state my junior, senior year, thought things were progressing. I felt that encompassed everything about sports for me. It was basketball. Okay.
It's basketball. Okay.
Then my coach, my senior year, says, Strick, I think if you play baseball, you'll get drafted. I look him in the face. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Let's pile baseball on that choice as well.
Yeah. That's it. Really, I didn't play the whole time. I think the last time I played was Legion right before 9th grade. That was the last time I played. So I didn't play all through high school. And
I think what people would love to hear is the recruiting process. Were you
talking about with
Danny Nee?
Yeah, heavily. Yeah, Coach Osborne, he was great. He was hard to turn down because he's so authentic. He's so real. But every time we'd be in the academic center or something, if I'm crossing paths with Coach Osborne, he would just say so subtly, just real subtly. He was like, "Hey, Strick, when you coming?"
Oh,
that's all he would say. And you would kind of be like, you don't want to tell him no, but you didn't know, and maybe I'll go, and all these things start flooding you because Coach Osborne is just such a real and authentic man.
Because he was Coach Osborne.
Yeah.
But Strick, tell us though, when you met the opposite personality in Danny Nee.
Oh,
Introduce Danny Nee.
Danny Nee is like one of those car salesmen that you go onto the lot and you really don't want to look for a car. You're just kind of browsing, and you end up walking out with a freaking not just a regular car, a brand new one with all the amenities and everything on it. Danny Nee's like that. He's like a great salesman. And
but Eric, one thing, and I quote this. Danny Nee said about you, Eric is definitely one of the best all-around athletes, if not the best all-around athlete I've seen in all the time I've been at Nebraska. And that speaks volumes about your athletic abilities and about the kind of person you are for Danny Nee to say that kind of thing.
Yeah, that is an amazing. I didn't even hear him say that, but
yeah,
we got it.
That's wild.
Eric, let me read this, and we want to hear your comments. It says about your college career. Erick Strickland attended the University of Nebraska, where he played college basketball from 92 to 96. He was a 4-year letterman and started for 3 years. During his time at Nebraska, he became the 6th leading scorer in NU history with 1,586 career points. He led the Huskers to the NIT title in 1996 and was named the tournament MVP. He was also a 3-time All-Big 8 defensive team selection, earned in the Big 8 Freshman of the Year and Big 8 Freshman of the Year in 1993. Some of the achievements and honors. I want to read this. Big 8 Freshman of the Year, 1993. NIT Most Valuable Player, 1996. Inducted into the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame and ranked 41st athlete in the 20th century from the state of Nebraska by Sports Illustrated in 1999. Care to comment?
Man, it's a lot of accolades, and the crazy thing about it is I never really did it for any of the accolades. I did it for the love of the game. I just really love the game like that, and just wanted to. Everything that I did, I played it with a passion, with a fire, with a desire that I just wanted to be the best. I was so competitive that I just wanted to win, and so that's really why I did it. A lot of people don't know that I wasn't on scholarship. So maybe those words that Danny spoke, he probably was reminded that, I didn't have to use a scholarship on this kind of an athlete. That was pretty cool. Like, he didn't have to do that. The Marlins actually paid for my school when I was
oh my goodness,
in college.
Eric, Nebraska's known, of course, always has been in the back days as a football school. Did you look at other schools like a Kansas or other basketball schools?
No, see, I was one of those loyal guys, right? So if I told you I was coming, I was going to come. I wasn't going to play the rigmarole and the merry go round games with people. So what happened is just that I actually didn't go on any trips. It was something that Nebraska's basketball program was actually really good the year before, with Carl Hayes and they had young Jamar Johnson still, and then there was a couple other guys. Jamar was he had to sit out that year, but he might have played. No, he had to sit out that year, I think. And but that was like Carl Hayes, DePriest Owens, Rich King, Bo Reed. It was that group, right? Cliff Scales. It was that team, and they were really good. And they ended up being ranked in the top 10. That might have been the team that got the highest ranking.
Eric, sure. That team had so many personalities and players, along with Danny Nee. What was the chemistry like on that team?
The team that was before me, or the team where we won the championship?
Sorry. The years you played, I wanted to make sure to get.
Okay.
Such a unique group with unique talent, unique personalities. They all had really great personalities, along with Danny Nee. How did this all mesh, and how did you make it work?
Well, it meshed because, like what you said, there was guys that were vocal and there was guys that were doers. But one of the things is everybody was competitive. So we were going to challenge us as a second team, me, Jerron Boone, Badge, Terrence Badgett, and those guys. We're going to challenge Derek Chandler, Pike, Jamar Johnson every day. We're going to go at them as if we want to take your spot. And so that's how that group was able to come together. It made us be very competitive. It's made us be very deep. We didn't have the size of like at that time Oklahoma State with Big Country and some of those centers down at Kansas, Pollard and all those guys. We didn't have. He played at Utah. His name just dropped from me. Ostertag, and we didn't have all that size. So we had to be scrappy. We had to be get after you defensively and run your legs to death. And so that's how that team just got after it. We practiced and we worked hard and we wanted to win.
What'd you learn about yourself during those 4 years?
Well, I learned that that was the spot for me. That was the right choice that I made. I decided going out of my junior year into my senior year that I was going to be a Husker, and I told them. And so I didn't play games with people, and I left it on. But getting there, playing with those guys, being at that the Devaney Center and that place rocking, the fans and the things that they did, staying outside in the braving the cold to get tickets,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a great time. So it was a lot of stuff that I saw, and it made me understand.
Did you ever play? Did they ever play in the old Coliseum?
Nah, well, not my team. We were all Devaney. Yeah, everything we did was Devaney. I think that was a few years before us because I know Devaney was open. I think Devaney was open. Yeah, like at least about 4 years, maybe 5-6 years before we even got there.
What was your most memorable moment about the NIT?
Well, it was a lot of the discussion that we had prior to it, where we literally had a meeting. We had to look each other in the eye and say, is this how we want to go out? Is this, because we had lost like I think 9 or 10 games straight, and it just got to a point where it was like, is this how we want to go out? And when we looked each other in the face and we got and squashed all the beef, and we just said, man, let's go and change the narrative. Let's go and do it our way. You know, like that song, I did it my way.
Frank Sinatra.
You know, Frank Sinatra. So so we did. We just came to that decision, and that was the run, and what we had to go through, playing against an iconic figure in Jerry Tarkanian, and going on the road and getting wins. I think we went out to Colorado. We got on the road, and then we came back home for a game, and then went out to New York, and everybody was tuned in. We was honed in. We knew we wasn't leaving out of there without the trophy. We knew it.
What do you recommend to young kids who aspire to want to be a Nebraska basketball player? What do you tell them?
Well, a lot of individuals don't understand the how the pool gets smaller, and it's understanding that pool is what helps to determine how far you're going to be able to progress. It's that thing that you're doing when everybody else is sitting at home, or they're on their PlayStation, or they're messing with their phone. It's those things that you're doing. Like with my friends, when I was young, they were all at the playground doing all, and I was literally at the little basketball court by myself with no net, and just visualizing, and had a vision, a true vision of how I was playing the game, or how I would play the game, and seeing myself with Magic Johnson and those guys to whom I've got an opportunity to play with, like just seeing this and having a big imagination. But then you've got to put in that time, that effort, that work off the scene, because everybody thinks you just show up on Friday Night Lights and you just turn the light on and it's supposed to be there. That's not how it works. So it's the work that happens behind the scenes is what can help to drive that, because that pool keeps shrinking. Junior high, you can play in all kinds of leagues. High school, A team, B team, freshman, varsity, JV. That pool just keeps shrinking, and then you get to the pro levels. You're looking at an international competition as well. So it gets tight. You got to be on point.
Those were such great times in the NBA. You made me think. Who are your heroes? Who did you want to be?
Well, I think I looked up to like Gary Payton. Gary Payton was somebody I looked up to. I actually got a picture of me guarding him one time, and that was an amazing thing to see, to go against him. It's because I thought he was a big point guard. He was a strong point guard. He was a post up point guard. And I thought defensively, having a name called like the Glove, I wanted to figure out how I could be that type of figure. So he was one of the guys that I looked up to.
Eric, we need to take a quick break. We'll be back, and let's transition over into your great NBA career, and we'll be right back.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to huskerfantravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or huskerfantravel.com.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 17th is 15% off all wine and spirits and 25% off on thermometers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Early break.
He brings them in and teaches them how to be Santa Claus.
So what do you do if like a 16-year-old wants to sit on the lap? What do you do? There's a protocol.
Protocol. What do we do? How do we handle it?
Oh,
not
you
so
stand.
fast.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm going to stand up next to you.
Clause, but not approved. Right.
Bunch of college girls.
Right. No. Oh, becomes no. Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
New year, new you? Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping can help make sure you keep that resolution this time. Our proven system combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, along with our expert coaching to make sure you're moving forward toward your goals. The next 10-week challenge starts January 11th. But if you enroll now, you can start today and get a head start on those gains for no extra cost. Plus, head to fxblincoln.com and you can save $100. Don't wait. Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
The holiday season is here, and Sartor Heyman is making your shopping easy. Shop our wide selection of necklaces, earrings, or bracelets to our amazing line of watches. Looking for something truly unique? Consider our estate jewelry, or even build your own custom handcrafted piece with our in-house designers. The perfect gift at the perfect price. Christmas memories start with family and Sartor Heyman.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2025 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to look at their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Back to What's Next 24 from the 93.7 The Ticket studio with the authors of Next 24, Michael Worrell and Sherry Tills.
All right, welcome back into What's Next 24. Here's friends on the ones and twos. As always, come Sunday morning, we got the guest today, Erick Strickland, joining us, co-host of We Talk Facts, host of On the Block with Austin Norman, and of course, the host of this show, Mike and Jerry to my left. I'll throw it back to those guys. We'll continue on the second segment of What's Next 24.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're with Erick Strickland, and Erick, I know we're short on time today because you have a previous an appointment here coming up. But I want to.
Yeah, I can go just before 8 o'clock, like around 8:45, between there 8:50. That would be great for me. I appreciate it.
Okay, yep.
Well, I want to transition to your professional basketball career. As I got to read this, I was amazed that, and we touched on this the other night. And I'll read this. It says, although Strickland went undrafted in the '96 NBA draft, he caught on as a free agent with the Dallas Mavericks. He played for several NBA teams during his career, including the New York Knicks, Vancouver Grizzlies, Boston Celtics, Indiana Pacers, and Milwaukee Bucks. Over his 9-year NBA career, he averaged 7.5 points per game. And Strickland also played 2 seasons for minor league baseball with the Gulf Coast Marlins and I hope I say that right.
Elmira
Pioneers. Mm-hmm. But like I said the other night, and you told me that pool of talent. I was surprised you were undrafted.
Yeah. So that my draft class could be arguably one of the top 5 of all time with who all came through that draft. And 96, there were, hold on, I think I can actually tell you wait, let me see. I'm gonna tell you who that was. 1996 NBA draft. Oh man, class. Okay. So yeah, but in going through it all, it was difficult, and the reason why is because, okay, I'll run down some of them. Allen Iverson was one. I'll go down the list. Allen Iverson, Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittles, Samaki Walker, who was my teammate, Lorenzen Wright, rest in peace. Eric Dampier, Todd Fuller, Vitaly Potapinko, Kobe Bryant, Peja Stojakovic, Steve Nash, Tony Delk, Jermaine O'Neal, John Wallace, Walter McCarty, Drudrunis Ilgauskas, Dante Jones, Roy Rogers, Derek Fisher was in that. Another one of my teammates, Martin Millsap, Jerome Williams, the big dog, and I think that's about it. And yeah, Harry Travis. Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah,
I was not drafted, and that's the thing. I mean, that was a big draft, and
right.
But a lot of it for me was because of my size. Although I'm 6'3", I didn't play like I was 6'3". I guarded everybody in the NBA, 6'8" guys. I've guarded Tim Duncan. I've guarded Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, size Reggie Miller, who's 6'8". I mean, so I've guarded all these guys, but at the time they didn't know that.
Yeah.
And at the time I wasn't a point guard. So the whole time I was sacrificing myself, my next level career, for the betterment of Nebraska. And that's how it came up.
How did you overcome being undrafted? I mean, what did you have to do to show these NBA teams and coaches, hey, I deserve a seat at the table?
Well, I played terribly in the pre-draft camp, but one thing that I did is I played hard. I was sick. I was throwing up blood. I wasn't at my best, but I didn't let that get me. And there was one scout up there that saw me. His name was Ron Aker, and longtime friend, man. I think he's passed now, but Ron, he saw me and he was like, I like something in that kid right there. There's something in him. It's not necessarily what it shows on these charts and stats and all of that, but there's something in him, and I like it.
It was the drive.
He saw the intangibles, not just what was on the outside. Didn't know how they wanted to use me. I wasn't point guard. I probably wasn't even playing point guard during that game, but it was something that he saw.
Eric, tell us. Take us back to your first NBA game. What was it like going through your mind as you stepped on the court for the Dallas Mavericks?
Well, getting there was the hardest part because even though I made the team, Jason Kidd was the starting point guard at that time. And I had played Jason in high school. And so I did very well against him. So I wasn't afraid like some other guys might have been, right? And so I got after him. That's how I made the team, got cut. This is the resilience part because I got cut in the middle of the year. And anybody can have those sob stories. I went to the CBA. Crazy thing about the CBA is they had a team in Omaha called the Omaha Racers.
Yes,
and they didn't even want me. They didn't even draft me. They didn't even want me. So I got drafted by Oklahoma City. I go to Oklahoma City and I don't play. But that resilience part of me, that vision that I saw, it didn't have me here. It was there. So I went to the coach and I said, listen, coach, I don't know what you got to do. We got to figure something out, but you got to trade me or we got to figure this isn't where I'm staying. I'm going back. So they traded me and I wasn't even the starter there. I was actually the backup to Rick Brunson, who is Jalen Brunson's dad. So, but I didn't act like it. I played as if I was a starter and ended up like averaging like 20-some points coming off the bench, had like a 40-point night. They called me back to the Mavericks. That's how I got back to the Mavericks.
I didn't know you got cut.
Yeah, I got cut. So I get back to the Mavericks, and this is that last piece of it because it's the backstory, not just necessarily the story of being on the court, but it's this part of the story that was deep. They had just made at that time the biggest trade in NBA history. It was like an eight-person trade, and the Mavericks was about to get Michael Finley, Steve Nash, AC Green from Philly, Sean Bradley, and I think Khalid Reeves. I think it was like 5 our way and 3 the other, different ways. So we got all those players. That's half your team. So when they called me back, there was familiarity with me. There was comfort. I'd already been in the system. So they called me back, and I had to fly to Vancouver for the first game. And getting on the court the first game, there was definitely nerves, but I had double figures in that game. But there was only 7 people. They had to play me. Like there's when you get an opportunity, and I say this all the time, to look in that door, to peek in that door, and it's just cracked for you. You can only see a little bit what's in that room. It's what you do to kick that door down, open up that opportunity, and that's what I did. I said, they got to play me. The next night, we played Sacramento, and I was playing against Mitch Richmond, who was an all-star that year. And I held Mitch under his average, and I actually had 25 myself.
Wow.
So that's when they said they got something. Oh, wait, we might have something here. And I started the rest of the season, and then thereafter signed a really good contract that I couldn't have got if I would have got drafted. That's the crazy thing about that. The contract I got was bigger.
I got to ask quick, Eric. What's your favorite NBA moment?
I would say starting and getting called to start against or to guard Michael Jordan. That was a crazy experience.
I got lucky. I lived in Chicago for a while to actually see him play in person. I could not believe his first step. How quick. What's it like? What's it like to line up and you're right there next to him?
Well, at first you're going through the layup line, and you've been watching all the Be Like Mike videos, and you played in his shoes in high school and all of that, and then they're coming out, and they're like Roman gladiators and gods. They coming out, and everybody's there to see them just pregame. They ain't really there to see us pregame. They're there to see them. And you take that moment, you're looking across like, dang, that's Mike, man, that's Mike. But then when you toss the ball up, I don't care who Mike is. I'm competing, and I'm getting that Mike, and that's kind of how it went down.
Well, How did it feel? It had to be really awesome. I mean, here you are, Bellevue, Nebraska basketball player, and your guardian, Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You probably did pretty good, didn't you?
You do as good as you can against Mike. I mean, Mike, you just got to be there.
Well, I know you got to go here pretty quick, but I've just got some quick fire questions
Cool.
I got to ask you. Jordan or LeBron? Who's the better
MJ,
player?
no question.
What do you think made him so great?
It's those things that you don't see, those killer instincts, that will to not lose, that once I get there, you can't take me off this crown type thing. It's that alpha thing that you really just is tough to beat, and he was able to do it better than most.
I'll just go down the list because I know we got only about 4 minutes with you.
Let me ask one quick question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
Sorry,
sorry.
Mike. And this is just from a fan aspect. Was it hard going into some of these games? My gosh, besides Michael Jordan, then and I'm understanding that you played against Kobe.
Yeah.
Going in, was it almost like a little bit of a hero worship type thing going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm playing against Kobe Bryant?
You get over that pretty quick. And like me and Kobe came in the same year, so for me it wasn't that type of adoration. But
it wasn't like Kobe.
Yeah, it wasn't that adoration. So yeah, he was more admired in the latter half. We knew he was great, but anyway, yeah, it was just more of, not that I'm just glad to be here, I belong here.
You belong.
That's the best way. That's the best way I could say
There's
it.
the mindset right there.
Let me go down the list real quick. I just want to ask you a couple questions on each of these. Dallas Maverick, your greatest moment. Was that your greatest moment?
I would say there was one time we were playing they were the champions at that time, and it was Tim Duncan and the Spurs. So they were coming off the championship, and Dirk took this shot, and I happened to be right there at the right spot at the right time to beat the champions in like a last second shot. I think that was one of the
video.
That was one of my great moments.
Tell me really quick.
And getting 28 against Gary in like my rookie year. That was pretty.
Tell me
against one
really
of the
quick
guys.
about your kids.
Yeah, Zachary 25, Olivia 21, and Ariana just turned 17, and so they're doing great. They're really good kids, and they've lived up to themselves and in their responsibilities, and no trouble raising them. And I had to do that sacrifice because my son, I actually ended up getting custody of my son at a very young age, and that's why I had to actually retire from basketball. A lot of people don't know that, but
you did the right thing.
yeah, it was the right thing. But shout out now, like you said, to be a radio host and with you guys there at the Ticket from 2 to 4 at the with On the Block, and then on Thursdays at WTF We Talk Facts. But I also have an open wound clinic, so that's the part, the aftermath. I have a open wound clinic to where we take care of wounds of those, and if you have a loved one that's experiencing that, we help to graft it, and we wound vac it, and we do conservative care to make sure that those wounds get healed, as opposed to staying open and risking some forms of amputation or so forth and so on. So yeah, that's what Klesser and I partner up, and we do.
What's the name
as well?
Give a shout out to the name of the company, because that was one of the questions we were hoping to get to.
Yeah, Global Open Wound Care, globalopenwoundcare.com. If you have a loved one that's experiencing that, we're mobile, so we actually go into their homes as well. Our nurse practitioner,
right there.
Yeah, they go into the home, and so that way you don't have to feel as you need to go to a clinic or you have to go to the doctor. The doctor's probably going to send you to some wound care anyway, so that's why we come to the home.
Eric, we got to go ahead and take a break. I know you need to run. Thank you for your success. Thank you for your time. We love your show.
Thank you.
Let's do this again, and we can go in more details.
All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
All right.
Take care.
Eric, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll throw the break here. We'll have one more segment. What's next? 24. Mike and Jerry to my left.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-2222 8934, and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to huskerfantravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or huskerfantravel.com.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store year after year after year. Located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road, stop in today to get your holiday shopping done and mention this ad for a free pair of dress socks. M Suits Clothiers.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Everybody likes choices when it comes to gifts, and a Max Tan gift card offers spray tanning, UV tanning, and red light therapy at all Lincoln locations. Give the gift that everyone wants this holiday season by visiting any Max Tan location in Lincoln or at maxtan.net.
Back to What's Next 24. From the 93.7 The Ticket studio, with the authors of Next 24, Michael Worrell and Sherry Tills.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. What's next? 24. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos as always. The host, Mike and Sherry to my left. Shout out to Erick Strickland. He joined us on the first two segments. You guys can go back on YouTube, rewatch it, Facebook, or wait till later this afternoon. We'll have it on the podcasting platform for you. We only got about 4 minutes left here. I invite you guys to join in. 402-464-5685. Mike, Sherry, I got a little bit of time here left. Where do you guys want to go with this?
First of all, I promise we will have Erick Strickland back on our show here maybe in a couple months. We'll get it arranged because there's still so much we wanted to cover with him. And thank you, Eric. You were amazing.
No, I think the lessons in this were really good. And just to regroup on that, thinking about being undrafted, working hard, mindset at an early age, visualization while you're shooting those hoops, wanting to do it, determination, and then realizing, hey, I belong. Pretty cool lessons from Eric. Harrison, I got to ask you, Jordan or LeBron?
I've always been a Jordan guy.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Bulls fan too, though, so the bias is definitely going to be there. But even if I wasn't a Bulls fan, I'm up there with Erick Strickland. There's something about when you get to the top of the mountain and nobody can pry you off it to save their life. The only way you're pried off it is if you retire.
Yeah.
Like that's just there's something about that mindset. That's why he's always number one for me.
Many years ago, I got lucky to go down to the old Coliseum or where the Bulls played.
Yeah.
And watch Jordan play. He just was so much better. Just his speed, his fast, his quickness. It was just lightning fast.
Yeah, I want you always hear it's like, you know, but LeBron does this X, Y, and Z. There's always the evolution of the game.
Yeah.
That, you know, Kobe was rewarded by it by watching Michael Jordan. You know, Erick Strickland was rewarded by watching the guys he watched. And you see the players today. I mean, how many players shoot like Steph Curry does? Like you weren't seeing those 3-point shooters until somebody like Steph Curry did it.
I'm a big Steph Curry fan too, but you know, the thing I really liked about Jordan, he had such integrity. He really did. He didn't seem like he compromised.
Well, that was working.
The be like Mike thing was the biggest compromise thing. He ends up speaking about it. He's like, it's kind of puts you in a tough spot when everyone says be like Mike, and it's like,
wow. The day, he made Nike. Let's just admit that. I know we got just a few minutes. I just wanted to mention this. You know, here, think about though, Erick Strickland, Dallas Mavericks. His coach was Don Nelson. New York Knicks, Jeff Van Gundy. Vancouver Grizzlies, Brian Hill. Boston Celtics, Jim O'Brien. Indiana Pacers, Isaiah Thomas. Imagine having Isaiah as your coach. The Bad Boys. Milwaukee Bucks, Terry. I think it's Stouts or Stouts, Stotts. So thank you to Eric. I know real quick, we should do a quick devotion here from Ricky Simmons' book.
Absolutely.
We'll wrap that up.
I'm gonna throw out two today really quick. Just because there's some things that Erick Strickland said, because we all call him. First of all, self-confidence is the most attractive quality a person can have. How can anyone else really see how great you are if you can't see it for yourself? Take a look in the mirror, and that's where you find your competition. Your words are very powerful. Choose them wisely, and that doesn't make you narcissistic by any means. Self-confidence is not being a narcissist. That was my words. Now, the other one is be somebody who makes everybody else feel like somebody. Here's the big one. Forgive others, not because they deserve it, because you deserve the peace. You determine your future by the thoughts and the pictures you hold in your mind. Treat people with respect. It will make you feel better about yourself. And I think one thing that Erick Strickland said that just really held true to this. You determine your future by your thoughts and the picture you hold in your mind. Here you have a high school kid who already is thinking about contracts and all the things that go into what he wants in his future. And that's powerful. And by the way, thank you, Ricky. Once again, stellar book. You can catch Ricky on Sunday nights from 7 to 8. Get your happy on.
Well, Sherry, let's close out. Where can people find our book?
People can find our book once again here at South Point Mall in Lincoln, Barnes & Noble, 2 different spots. If you can't find it, ask somebody. You can also order on Amazon.com. And actually, you can order it on Walmart.com also.
Yeah, it's titled Next 24, Discover Happiness and True Joy in Your Life While You Create a Legacy. With that, we'll end our show, and everybody have a great Christmas. Have a great week. Harrison, thank you. Harry, thank you. All right. Take care.
We'll see you next week, guys.